back to my channel. So today I thought I would sit down and show you guys my, I don't even know if it's really updated, like face makeup, like the base that I use. I had a subscriber, eyeshadow enthusiast, ask about the MAC skin tint. It's called the Strobe Dewy Skin Tint, and she had asked me about, she had asked me about it, and I was like, you know what, why don't I just go ahead and sit down and do my face, because I am going to sit and do an eyeshadow look. So I was like, well, why not just hop on, and then, you know, she can see it in action, and anybody else that is interested in it can see what I do for my base makeup. Yeah, so that's it, pretty much cut and dry. So there it is. So if you want to see how I do my face makeup with the star of the video, then just keep watching. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. I think I am going to pin this out. I washed my hair just a little bit ago and put some stuff on it, and it's just drying all crazy. So anyway, that's why that looks like that. I don't feel like I make too much of a fuss over my face makeup. I feel like I am pretty consistent with how I do it and what I do and what I use. So I guess that's why I don't do these videos frequently. So I'm gonna go in, I've been using this probably since the summertime. So this is the Cover FX Blurring Primer. They had a huge sale. I don't know if they're going out of business because they've had a couple sales since then. So I actually ordered a backup of this. So I think I ended up giving it to my daughter because she was interested in some new makeup, and I was like, hey, I really like this, go ahead and try it. But the last time I went on their website, because they were doing like 80% off, some of the products that I do use from them, they didn't have them. So I just go ahead and put this in areas where my pores, you know, stand out a little bit more. Which is usually like that center portion of my face. So I'll put that on, and then I'll actually get some of this. This is a really light color. This is light 1. I am fairly pale. I have a combination skin typically, especially in the summertime. I'm a little more oily, but I don't know. I say I'm more combo, but I feel like during the winter months, obviously I run a little drier and I use a lot more moisturizer. I did already do my skincare, but that was a bit ago because I didn't expect to take so long to sit down and do this. But anyhow, it's not super thick. Like if I sit here a minute, you'll start to see it run. It's not super watery, obviously, but I'm gonna pick that up on this P. Louise brush. It's just a tapered brush, and I like it to do my foundation. And then I actually just, in a sense, stipple this on everywhere. And it's very light coverage. Again, it's just a skin tint. It's not covering up a whole lot. I don't like heavy foundation on my face. Like, I wish I could use full coverage, but I don't know. I just don't like the way it feels. And then bring it down my neck, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put that all over. So I put that all over, and then any that's left on my hand, I pick up with my sponge, and I just kind of go all over just to melt it into the skin. I don't get too crazy with it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take, I've been using, what else do I have? Anyway, I've been using the Cover FX Skin Discover Long Wear Concealer, and this is in L1, so this is it. And I put that on the back of my hand because as my skin is maturing and I have a little bit more, you know, a little bit more in the, as I have more creases down here in my under eye, I feel like this is a better technique for applying this. So I just have this Wet n Wild, I don't even know, it's just like a fluffy eyeshadow brush. I've had this thing forever. And I just pick up that concealer and put it underneath, and then I'll put it all over my eyelid. Nothing crazy. Do the same thing to the other eye. Sometimes I bring it down the nose. It depends on the amount of redness I have that day. I'll bring it down that portion of my face, a little bit over the cheek there. And then I actually just let that sit for a bit. So I let it sit, and then I go ahead and do my brows. I've been loving this. I'm upset because I don't see it on the website anymore. It is the eyebrow pencil from Beauty Bay in the color Bark. I absolutely love it. I went on to order more, and I was so sad to see they don't offer it anymore. I don't know if anybody over in the UK is watching this, like, what happened? Did they just discontinue it? Do they just do like random products at a time and then they're like, hey, we're not doing that? Is it just because I found something I like? I don't know. So that's how I fill my brow in. I don't get too crazy with it. So I fill them in, and then I brush upward to brush that product through, like so. And then I actually have, but it's almost out, I have the brow fixer in Sable. Again, it's from Beauty Bay. I love it. They no longer have it. So if anybody has any suggestions on some brow products, please let me know. I did get this recently, the L'Oreal Paris Faux Brow, but it's like, I don't under, it says up to 2-day brow tint pen. Not for me, because I scrubbed my face and it came out, so I don't know. I don't think it was quite what I was thinking. But anyway, yeah. If anybody has any suggestion on some brow products similar to these, if you are familiar with them, please let me know. So I don't get too fussy over my brows. That's like the extent of it. Now I kind of like move my eyes around. Squint them because I have very hooded eyes, and I have a lot of creases under here, and I think it's just because like when I smile, you know, my cheeks come up. I just have all that extra skin there, so then you can see where that concealer has settled into, you know, these fine lines. So then I just kind of brush that out. Brush that. And then I have my foundation brush that I used. I just pat over my eye like that. And then again, I let it sit for a few minutes. I don't go in with anything immediately. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my bronzer. Now I have not used this yet, so I do not know. I ordered this from Beauty Bay when I ordered the Botanical palette. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Bronzer in Sunkissed. It just looked really nice, and I was like, I really want to try that. So it was on sale, and I figure if I'm ordering stuff that's coming from afar, I better just make it worth my time, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and pick some of this up on this. I love these brushes. I don't believe they have them any longer, and it makes me sad because I would order more. This is the In the Buff brush, I believe. Was it called the Rose? I don't even know what it was called, if it was like a rose gold collection, but anyway, these were Beauty Bay brushes, and I absolutely love them. I even like the eye brushes, but I'm gonna take that. It's a denser, thicker brush, and I'm just gonna dab it into this cream bronzer. Gonna work a little bit of it out on the back of my hand. Oh, I don't know, this might not be my color. We are getting ready to find, oh, look at all my little white hairs right here. Can you see them? Like, you can see them, they're like, you see all the streaks? Oh, I like was really upset about these at first, but I think now I'm starting to embrace them. But I do feel like I need to dye my hair. You could probably see all my silvers coming in up here. I just don't think I could commit to it yet, to like not dyeing and see what my hair looks like. If any of you do have silver or like grays coming in, let me know, because in my mind, I told myself that if I let them come in, then I'll be able to like have lighter hair, not have to bleach it, and then I could dye it purple and it'd really come out like a nice lavender. Did I make that up? Probably. But let me know if you know, just let me know. Then I'll stop lying to myself. So I'm gonna go ahead. I don't know, is this a mattifying? It looks like it's kind of matte on my face. I don't know that I like that color. But anyway, I usually just kind of come down here underneath, and I'll do that to the other side of my face. And then I bring it down my neck, because I don't like my neck and my face to look disconnected color-wise. Always put a little bit over my ear. I don't know, just makes it look more blended. I don't know that I like that color on me. I'm just gonna go back in with my foundation brush and just kind of blend this out a bit. I don't know, maybe it'll melt into the skin. It won't look so bad. It's already starting to fade a little bit. It is very light, but recently I'd been using the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer All Over Warming Complexion Tint in light medium. But I just felt like that was a little dark for me, so I don't know. It doesn't look terrible in the mirror. It doesn't look as yellow, but I feel like well, I don't know though, because my forehead looks very yellow now. So let's just leave it like that. I'm gonna stop fussing over it. And then I usually go in and set my like bronzer with a powder. So I'm gonna go in with this LYS No Limits matte bronzer in Motivate. It is the lightest color they have. So I'm just pick a little bit of that up, tap it off with this Morphe brush. I've had it forever. I think it's like natural hairs, and the hairs are starting to like flake out and it's a mess. But like, I just love the size of the brush. Oh, you guys know, you know what? Oh, you know what I finally purchased? Now, if you were around in 2013, 14, 15, 16 even, probably, maybe 16. But I know in like 13, 14, 15-ish. Do you guys remember the NARS Aida brush? I wanted this brush so bad, and I could not bring myself to buy this brush back then because I think I just graduated school in 2013, and I was like, I cannot spend $55 on a dang brush. But I just remember it being all the rage. Everybody's like, oh, it just fits my cheeks perfectly, this, that, and the other. Well, look, they've lowered the price. It is now a hollow brush, which I don't think it ever was a hollow brush. And I don't know if that like brought the price down, but it was $45. And I think I had a coupon, whatever I got it from, I had a coupon, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself. No, I had a gift card. It was a gift card I was given for Christmas, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna order that dang brush, and I am going to fulfill, you know, that desire. And now I have it, and I'm like, do I love it? Like, I don't know, maybe the older brush was thicker, like, I don't know. I think it's silly. I do use it, I'm just not used to it because I'm so used to this brush. So anyhow, there's that. That's what I do there. Do you see how like luminous and dewy that MAC Skin Tint is? Like, I like it. I like a nice dewy look. What do I want to use for blush? Oh, you know what? With that Simply Posh Cosmetics, I don't know, these might be kind of dark, or I mean bright. So the Simply Posh Cosmetics with the Christmas the Snow Angel palette, they also had 3 blushes. The berry, you think that's gonna be too dark? That might be too dark because again, I'm really pale. Or do I use, I do enjoy my P. Louise. What are these? The Cheek of It blushes, but I feel like this one's broke. Nope, not this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and plop some of that on and just kind of dab it. Which one is this? Peach of My Heart. Just kind of dab it around like the side, And then I'm going to take this Beauty Bay all-rounder brush. What is on it? And I just blend it in. These blushes blend out so nice. Sometimes I just, whatever is left over, I just dabble a little across my nose. Nothing crazy. And now, before I forget, I'm going to go in with my LYS. This is like my all-time favorite setting powder. This is the Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder in Resilience, which is the translucent color. As you can see, I'm hitting pan. I do have a backup. I purchased it when I either had a coupon or they were running a sale, because I believe Ulta and Sephora both carry this, but I was like, let me just get my backup now in case that gets discontinued. So I pick that up, brush it all around, tap it off, and this is a Sigma F35 is all I can make out. I'm pretty sure this was a tapered highlighter brush, but I absolutely loved this brush because when you go right here, it just fits. Well, when I go like this, the edge of that fits right in, and then I always tap out and then tap back in, going the opposite direction. And then I brush and set over the upper eye. And then again, go back in. Sometimes I come down around my nose. Again, it depends on if I'm feeling like oily. And then same thing here. I start in the center, tap out, kind of go back and forth. Come over the eye. And then down underneath again. There's that. And then I usually, it depends, I usually go in with my glow filter, and this is the BB101, and I usually put that on my high points, but I've been playing around with this L'Oreal Lumi in Le Glace highlighter stick. So I've been playing around with that, but before I get ahead of myself, I think I'm gonna go in with this Glamlight Betty Boop Blush Duo, and I'm gonna pick up this one here, and I pick it up just 1 or 2 taps in there, and then I brush it off just to set the blush. Because I feel like creams, for whatever reason, just kind of fade away on my skin. Like, you don't see it, so I feel like I have to go in with a little bit of powder of some sort and set it just like I did, which, I don't know, sometimes it makes me feel like I have a lot on my face, so sometimes I don't like to use all the cream products. But then I'll take this and kind of just go right on that point, right down the bridge of my nose, right on the tip of my nose. Just lightly tap that in. Press it. Again, I don't get too fussy with it. And then today I'm going to use the Cover FX High Performance Setting Spray. Just shake that. And then I just fan myself with whatever postcard type thicker item I have here. Let me zoom out. I don't know if it's because the color of the wall behind me, but it does look like it blended in a bit. Maybe going in with the powder kind of toned down the yellow. I don't hate it. I don't mind it. It just looked really, really yellow initially. So I don't know. I probably need to play around with that a little bit more, but I actually think I kind of like it. So anyway, that is my face makeup. That is like my everyday if I'm going to do everything. I typically don't when I'm going to work. Sometimes I just throw concealer on and then do an eyeshadow look and leave it at that. which again, an eyeshadow look for work is some shimmer and something in my outer corner. I don't get too wild because I don't have the time, because I like to sleep in. And then I hate getting up and all that kind of nonsense because it's very early. And then I gotta get the kids up. I need to do better. So anyway, that is my full face. Nothing crazy. I do really like the skin tint. Let me know what you think. Where did I even put it? See, that's, oh, here it is. So I went on and I tried to find another color a little deeper, and I need to go on MAC's website because I don't feel like Ulta had one of them, because I don't think they have very many colors in this, but I don't know how this would do in the summer when I get really hot and sweaty and it's like super humid. I don't know if that's gonna move around on my face. I'm not really sure, but for these winter months where I'm a little drier, I do really like it. Again, I like a dewy look on my face, and you can see how it gets picked up. But see the little sheen on my cheeks? I prefer that. I like it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm just babbling at this point. That's everything I used. I'll try to remember to link everything down below that I did use, or at least list it out so you can go look it up if you didn't catch what I said while I was doing this. So anyhow, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this. Bye.